Namaste everyone, and welcome to the second Anchor to Light for Friday. Of course, the rest of you in Europe and assuming you're still up, and in Asia, in Australia, and I don't know, the planet Mars or Venus, you're probably daylight. Anyway, so we're going to do emotional healing, and the focus would be on low self-esteem. Now, a lot of you might say, oh, I'm perfectly fine. I don't need that. Okay, good. Hey, that's great. You know, like sometimes when we were in class and I say, okay, anybody got pain? Nobody raised their hand. Okay, that's good. So if you don't have that issue, then good. You can just listen and we'll just share stuff with you. If you do, then maybe this will really help you. The easiest way to understand this has to do with love for others and love for oneself. Okay? The root of that basically is the understanding of the two chakras. Your heart chakra is love for other people. The solar plexus is love for oneself. So let me just start off by saying when the heart chakra is very, very big, you care for other people. When your solar plexus is huge, you care for yourself. Now, I know a lot of you on the spiritual path, you say, oh yeah, you know, I put everybody else ahead of me. Good. That's great. However, you don't want it in extremes, because I remember my teacher was telling me, if the heart chakra is huge, the solar plexus is small, there's a human doormat. Okay? Now, the other way, if the solar plexus is huge and the heart is small, then that person is extremely selfish. Now, where does self-esteem come into play? Self-esteem comes with how healthy the solar plexus is. So the solar plexus is connected to love for oneself, or to be more direct, self-interest. And to break it down, self-interest would be, is it okay to have good health? Yeah. Is it okay to have money to buy the stuff you want? Mm-hmm. Is it okay to have a good relationship? You know, good stuff in your life, things that are desirable to oneself. Yes? Yeah. So if somebody ever accuses you of having self-interest, you go, so? What's wrong with that? Hey, but you're rich. Yeah. I work hard for it. I made good investment or whatever. What's your problem? You see, what they're confusing self-interest with is selfishness. Selfishness is you have all these things that you want and you desire at the expense of someone else. Somebody gets hurt. So it's everything for me, screw you. That's selfishness. In other words, you know people who achieve certain things, and then at some point, they achieve great. And then things start crumbling down. Because on the way to that success, guess what happened? People got hurt. And I remember my teacher was telling me of one of his students. That's exactly what this guy he's talking about. I know him. That guy's unbelievable. He can get things done. You know, he opens up new areas. He's a great guy. I looked up to the guy. And at some point, things start crashing down. And then I remember asking my teacher, I said, Master, what happened? I mean, he produced result. Yeah. You know, he produced result. That's that. However, but on the way to that success, people got hurt. So karmically, it caught up. That's why. So the way to look at it is something like this. The solar plexus, a healthy solar plexus is, okay, I care about myself. I care about other people. All right. And it's in a balanced manner. And nobody gets hurt in the process. Let me just make sure. 1 second. All right. So now, where does self-esteem come in? So self-esteem is like, all right, what's mine is mine. You know, you're talking to me like I'm uneducated. You know. So that affects my love for myself. So I said, I'm not going to take that. But some people, they're already being discriminated, they're being demeaned, and so on, and they keep taking it because, well, you know, maybe they're true. They have low self-esteem. Make sense? Same thing. Oh, I don't know if I deserve to be loved. I don't know if I deserve to be prosperous. The unworthiness, a lot of that is in the solar plexus. So that self-worth, self-importance is in the solar plexus. Now, how does that connect to other parts of your life? So if it has to do with money, and that's one of the biggest things that people either don't realize or they're suppressing it, is oftentimes they don't feel that they are worthy to be successful or to win a prize. I mean, if you ever watch any of these game shows on TV, that's an example I always use. Like, Sometimes I'm watching, in the U.S. where Price is Right, right? These people are bidding on something, and whoever gets the closest to what that price is of that item wins. And I'm looking at this, I'm watching, it's exciting, and okay, there's this prize, you win this. And the person, yeah. I'm going, what the heck did they do? Oh, they won the suitcase. I'm thinking, that suitcase is $30. And you're jumping up and down and they go like this, yeah, I've never won anything in my life. There you go. Get the idea? There is that sense prosperity, they don't deserve to be prosperous. So if those thoughts are in the aura, in their chakras, guess what happens? Every time they want to do something, they actually don't even, before even taking a step, the obstacle is already coming out of them. As in coming through and affecting their thoughts and emotions. Make sense? So that negative thought form will be in the front and back solar plexus as well as the basic chakra. Now, if it's connected to, let's say, stage fright, okay? I think they said that that's the number one fear, even more than death. Speaking in public. That's why when we have panic psychotherapy classes, if I ask who has a phobia so we can heal it in front of everyone, usually we love it when people say fear of heights, so we take them to the top of the building, they're screaming, and then we do a healing, then they can look down. Something you can prove, but sometimes you come to a class where nobody raises their hand and go, okay, who is for public speaking? They raise their hand. And guess where the thought forms are? Think about it. Definitely the solar plexus, right? And the throat. Why the throat? The throat controls your mouth. So if the limiting thought forms in the solar plexus and the throat, the mouth, right? At the same time, if that thought form affects the way they think, then it's in the ajna and the throat. It has to do with sexuality, then the sex chakra is connected. So a lot of it has started with the solar plexus and it's paired up to other chakras. Those are where the negative thought form, elementals, thought form, entity, whatever you want to call, are located. Now, why is this important to know? Because just saying, I want to be better, I love myself, I have good self-esteem, so on, so on, that's good and great. It does work, but it's a slow process. Because as you say those things, you go to a counselor, a therapist, you talk about it, it works. They're basically chipping away at that thought form, and it's slowly coming out. Slowly coming out. And it does work. But what if you can take a sledgehammer, boom, break it up, get rid of it. So right there in the spot, they go, so that old crystallized thought form they created, or somebody embedded in them while they were kids, or to a negative experience, got released. Would it be faster for them to say, yeah, I deserve to be happy, I deserve to do this, nobody's getting hurt? Yeah, good. See the point? So every time we do these things, we always want to emphasize to you, therapies and all those techniques work. But every time you add one ingredient, one component, which is energy, life force, prana, chi, it speeds up everything. Because everything in the universe is energy. It's a matter of frequency. And that's what we specialize in. So tonight, when we do this emotional cleansing, I'm going to have you just think about it. If you can feel it, great. So we can make it come to the surface. But if either you don't know, or it's subconscious, or you're so good at hiding it, even to yourself, then I'll just have you make yourself super receptive as we do the meditation and the energy coming down. Then I'll use the crystal to kind of help guide the energy in, like a bazooka. Hopefully it blasts it out of your solar plexus and whatever chakra, and you can get rid of it. Now, it's something like this. Something like this cannot be forced. All right? You willing to let it go? It'd be much, much easier. If you're not willing to let it go, not going to do much, because we pull it out, you recreate it. You pull it out, we pull it out, you recreate it. You have to first realize, I think there's part of me that, don't believe that I'm good enough, or I'm not worthy to be loved, worthy for this relationship, worthy for this, whatever. Okay, it's a general, in other words, any type of unworthiness, we know where they're stored. We don't need to nitpick and make it feel, but I have this, I don't have that. Doesn't matter. When you aim the fire hose, we flush everything out. You just have to be willing to let it go. Okay? Now, why is this also important? You will notice there are people who are bullies. They're bullies, they're I know they're always showing people how good they are. Like I said, people care. You know why? Because they have low self-esteem. So they have to kind of go overboard and show, hey, look at me. I'm good. Come on, look at my work. So the people who really are good or are competent, they assure themselves, they just do it and they go, you see it, you don't see it. What do I care? This needs to be done. But people who have low self-esteem, what happens? They have to show off because they're compensating. Otherwise, they're afraid people won't notice. Right? All of us have been there. You know, in school, you have to kind of go, oh, I have A. Or this is my work. If it's really that good, the teacher will post it on the bulletin board. People will see it. So, most of the people, not all, of course, they're just people who are nuts. But a lot of people who are very, very, they have a tendency to be demeaning. They have a tendency to be, what do you call this? Overbearing. Like they always want to show how good they are and their presence known. These people have low self-esteem. They just have a good facade or shell to say, hey, you know, they feel like they're this big, but they have to show that they're this big to compensate for their, lack of self-worth. Now, what do you do with these people? Well, as you said, they have to be willing to let it go. As long as they hold on to it, you know, that thought form that populates the aura gets stronger and stronger. At some point, it's a delusion. And good luck with that. Well, I mean, good luck with that. You're not being compassionate. Well, some people just have to learn it the hard way. Because if people are willing to help them and help them, and they go, no, I'm the whatever. So, guess who is the best teacher? No. Who is the ultimate teacher? Karma. You'll whip your ass, as they say. I don't care how good you are or smart you are, karma will whip your ass. On the other side of it, it's also good because the lesson is usually lasting. All of us have been there, right? We think we know better, we think we're smarter. I'm saying we because I had my share of being whipped by karma. And it's just that over the years I got a little smarter. Instead of having karma as a teacher, I had Master Cho as a teacher. Because when the teacher teaches you, the teacher is teaching you based on his experience or the experience of other teachers. To many lifetimes, they just present it to you. Okay, do this, don't do that. But some student says, no, I know better. They push it aside. The teacher says, okay, go learn your own way. And the karma comes in with a sledgehammer. Boom! And you go, ow. So you go, okay, I'll listen. But some, believe it or not, I've known people, they've been whipped by karma so many times, they won't listen. Well, what can you do with these people? They just have to learn it. Not with a sledgehammer, but with a bulldozer. But, you know, it's just like trying to fight karma. It's like an egg hitting a rock and expecting the rock to break. You get my point? But some people are like that. So I've met students like that in class. I tell them, you know, don't do this, don't do that, because, you know, based on what we saw with thousands of students going through difficulty, this is what you don't do. But they don't listen. In fact, they spend the entire time in that conversation trying to convince me why karma doesn't apply to them. You know what goes through my mind? Of course, I'm trying to be nice. I say, okay, maybe you're right. And I leave. In the back of my mind, I go, well, your mind's made up. I don't want to change it with facts. Because facts will just confuse you. I don't tell that. It's not nice, but that's what's going through my head. So some of you, when you come to class, when everything's opened up in class and you notice I give you an answer, and you keep going, and at some point I shut my mouth, I'm very much saying, find another teacher. Because if you're not listening, hey, who am I to keep enforcing it? Because I'm just a spokesperson for those guys. And I had my share of mistakes in the past, and when karma whips your butt, it hurts. Okay? Just putting it out there. Now, so what we're going to do tonight, we'll do a short meditation, twin hearts. Again, that's very, very important because every time the heart chakra is involved, the crown chakra is involved, the spiritual cord widens very quickly. I think some of you don't have an idea. You think, oh, it's a meditation twin hearts. I've done that meditation. You have no idea what it does. Just to give you some context. Normally, a person's inner aura, I forgot. Some of you have not taken the practicing classes. Most people, the inner aura is about 4 to 6 inches. Your aura has layers. And in class, we scan them, and you can actually feel the different demarcations, inner aura, health aura, outer aura, right? So ordinary people who have not yet been meditating, doing spiritual work, whatever, this is what's 4 to 6 inches. Of course, a lot of you are probably bigger than that, 1 or 2 feet. When you do meditation twin hearts, okay? When you do meditation twin hearts, the inner aura expands to maybe 30, 40 feet. That's about 10 meters. From, whatever, quarter of a meter or less. That's how powerful that meditation is. The other thing is the spiritual connection. Most of the time the spiritual cord, I'll cover this more in Achieving Oneness with the Higher Soul, which we're teaching in a few weeks. This one. Okay? All right. So the spiritual cord, the shaft of light that comes down the person's crown from the higher soul, that's your bandwidth, your spiritual connection. For ordinary people, it's just a thin line. Just like a spider thread. So as you do the meditation over and over again, especially the meditation twin hearts, in a short time, that little thread expands to maybe the size of your thumb. Some of you go, wait, doesn't make sense. When we do scanning, I can feel it like this wide. What do you mean like this? All right, I know this is too much information for a lot of you if you're new, but just listen. If you ever look at the bulb, a light bulb, the incandescent lamp, not the LEDs. You have a filament where the current goes through, it goes like this, and then light radiates, right? Okay. So just imagine your spiritual connection, your spiritual cord, from your pineal gland to your higher soul, and upward to the teachers, God. It's like the filament. So in class, when we start scanning like this, or a clairvoyant first looks, what you're scanning or the clairvoyant first sees is not the filament. It's not the core. What they're seeing is the radiation of energy. Just like the filament, when you turn it on, it lights up, the light expands a certain distance from it. Make sense? So that's why if you read that book, and we'll talk about it in class, the message just said, if your spiritual cord is as thick as your thumb, that's already very, very good. And some people go, that's it? You mean only that much? Okay, let's put it in proper perspective. Your light bulb, anywhere from 50 watts to 150 watts, the filament is very, very thin, right? Maybe literally like a thread. Let me ask you a question. If you make that thread the size of your thumb, this is probably equivalent to easily maybe 1,000 times than that thread. How much light do you think would that light bulb be? It'll light up a stadium. Oh, exactly. So just imagine these great saints, these great teachers, their spiritual cord from their head, coming down their head, is bigger than their head. Mind blown yet? That's why these great saints, teachers, advanced, they come, Guruji, please bless me. They go, okay, you're blessed, go away. There's a line of people asking for a blessing, right? Okay, you're blessed, go away. Next. Okay, what do you want? Okay, you're blessed, go away. That's just a few seconds. Yeah. If you compare a little pipe like this for ordinary people, it'll take a while. If you have somebody with a gigantic tunnel, even though it's just for a few seconds, whoosh! Make sense? So when you do meditation twin hearts, over and over again, 2-3 times a week, minimum, your spiritual cord goes from a thin line to maybe the size of your finger in a matter of 2-3 months. So of course, corresponding, your aura gets bigger, your influence is more, you have more intuition, you have more clarity, emotional control, the higher soul controls the body, the emotions and thoughts, all those benefits. And that's why when we do these healings, prosperity healing, emotional healing, whatever, we always start with meditation twin hearts. When I'm at Tony's event, Unleash the Power Within, UPW. Guess which meditation he wants me to do? Meditation Twin Hearts. Because when you do meditation Twin Hearts, it's one of the fastest ways to simulate the human love, spiritual love, which will widen that pipeline. And even somebody who does not have any spiritual or religious background, in a very, very short time, gets connected more. And this, just to finish off before we do our meditation, it's something like this. Listen and listen carefully. I need you to hear the entire thing, okay? Here's the context. Any healing we do, to the body, the emotions, the thoughts, be you go to a hospital, you go to a psychologist, you go to a counselor, all of that, from the viewpoint of the soul, in one lifetime, all those are patches. They're bandages. Ultimate healing comes from the higher soul, the incarnated soul, being one. That's what you call yoga. Let me put it another way. You see, anything that we do, you're creating a cause. And with every cause, there's a what? There's an effect. Right? So that's what you call karma. Karma is not Hindu. Some people say, oh yeah, I don't believe in that Hindu stuff. Come on. It's in Galatians. Whatever man sows, he reaps. In Buddhism, in Islam, it's all in there. Okay? That's why I always say, the law of karma is called the law of karma, not your opinion of karma. You don't believe in it, you get slammed. But if you know it, you can go, maybe there's some loopholes. All right. So here's what happens. Ultimately, in the big scheme of things, permanent healing, which you would say, Lord Buddha would say, no more suffering, is when the person has awakening. They are awake. When they're awake, that means the soul is realizing that they're awake. Oh, I'm really awake to who I really am. I'm a spiritual being having this earthly journey, and the body is simply something I use like a vehicle to get here from there. My emotions are basically the same vehicle to connect to people emotionally, to be able to care for people, and also learn lessons that if I'm emotionally hurtful to people, it'll slam me back. Use a mental faculty like a machine to create thoughts. And if these thoughts are healthy and good, it helps other people. Karmically comes back as good to me. If I use bad thoughts, it hurts me. All the diseases, all the problems we have are basically symptoms of those negative karmas manifesting. So in the big scheme of things, ultimate healing is soul connection. That's why meditation is so important, because you keep healing someone, you keep helping them with their money problems, and so if they keep repeating the same problem because they don't realize, oh, you mean you're telling me I should not steal? Well, you're having financial problem, you give them money. Okay? Let's just make it super simple. They have financial problem, you give them money. But the reason they're dead broke is because in this lifetime or previous one, they stole from people. They caused financial hardship. That's why they experience financial hardship. So to help them, here's $1 million. And they still keep stealing in the background. That $1 million will get used up, and something else will explode, something else will go bad, and they'll be broke again. Haven't you noticed there's some people, no matter how much you help them, they keep going back to the same problem? Haven't you noticed? I know of some people, same thing. They have a job, they lose the job, they get a big offer, they win some money, or somebody helps them out, give them 5-10 years, you fast forward 5-10 years, they're dead broke again. Number one, they don't realize about karma. They're still not helping people. They're not giving money to charity. They're taking things that are not theirs. Plus, what else? They have old habits, which has to do with what? Taking advantage of people financially. So no matter how much you help them, the karma catches up. It's like a money pit. You keep helping them, they don't change. Because the karma has not changed. They keep creating the same cause, so the effect will be there, plus the consciousness has not changed. What are you going to do? Right? And that applies to everything in our life. That's why we always tell people, look, You're having financial problems? Think again. Are you hurting anyone financially? You go, no. Okay, so it must be from previous lifetime. Okay. So with that, take the time to give money to charity, help other people financially. Oh, you're having health problems. Did you used to beat up people? No, I'm the nicest person that wouldn't hurt a fly. Okay. Okay, so must be a karma of the soul somewhere. Okay. Anyway, there's no point in going to, 1,000 lives regression and find out what it is because the effect is in front of you. Let's deal with it. You going back there, so it doesn't help you. Okay, so we know there's a health karma here. All right. So from here on, every week spend a few hours helping people with their health. Either if you know healing, pranic healing, Reiki, you're a doctor, you're a nurse, really spend time helping other people. And if you can, whatever your physical ailment is, if you have a heart ailment, give money to charities that help people with that same ailment. So what you're trying to do is trying to say, oh, I got it. Not only while not do the same mistake again, I'm actually going to go overboard and help people in need. So I'm planting a new cause. So the example I always use is something like this. After this, we'll meditate, okay? Because I know some of you are getting tired of me yakking. All right. Okay, watch. So this pen, if I let go, there's this thing called gravity, law of gravity. If I let go, this will hit the ground, right? So it's as simple as this. If I don't do anything about it, it will hit. If I don't want it to hit, according to Newton, Isaac Newton, I hope I got the law right. I think it's second law, whatever. I think it's second law. Anyway, who cares? He's got 3 of them. All right. So if I don't want this to hit the ground, I have to introduce an equal and opposing or diverting force to prevent it from hitting the ground, which is this. So if a person is having financial, health, or whatever problems, and nothing is done, it will continue its course. Right? So the intervention through medical means, through meditation, through karmic means, is this. That's it. Now, if ever somebody tells you, hey, give me $1,000, I'll erase this karma from you and your family. I hope you're not that gullible to believe them. Okay? Because shocks the heck out of me. I've seen those magazines that says, oh, if you pay me this much, I'll give you your karma quotient, like QUOTIS. They literally say, oh, I'll give you a reading, and this is how much karma you have. If you pay me this much, I'll fix it. Okay, you're helping the guy become rich. I'm not going to help you. Most likely you paid him, nothing's going to change. You know why? It's your own karmic debt. You paying that guy doesn't change. But if you're gullible enough, then you just give a donation to them. That's what you did. We work our own quote-unquote salvation. That's what the Buddha said. He's not talking about salvation like the Lord Jesus talked about being saved from hell. So he's talking about, when you talk about salvation, saving yourself, from your old tendencies. I'll leave you with a good joke, then we'll leave. And then we'll meditate, because some of you are getting tired of me already. It's not a joke, it's just a saying. Some of you have seen it before. It goes, Jesus saves, Buddha recycles. Recycles. Anyway. All right. So, I hope that gave you a context. So, low self-esteem, which is what we're supposed to be talking about and releasing, in specific chakras. Okay? And just realize that you are made in the image of God, and you deserve to be happy, you deserve to be loved, and all these things, but not at the expense of someone else. Because if it's at the expense of someone else, then negative karma is generated, it'll create future problems. That's it. Simple. I know some of you want to discuss this further and all that. No point. The bottom line is, we know what these negative thought forms are. We release them. Simultaneously, we realize we're made in the image of God. We have a spiritual being of divine intelligence that we can design our future. We're a spiritual being of divine love, so we can love unconditionally and forgive. We're a spiritual being of divine power, so we can break away from our past, whatever it is, and charge forward to a better future. That is that. Okay? To the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father, Mother, to all the spiritual elders, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, and spiritual helpers, personally to my teacher, Master Chokok Sui, Mahaguji Meiling, to all the great spiritual teachers, saints, to the angels of love, thank you for your healing, thank you for your mercy, thank you for your compassionate, purifying light, and soothing, healing energy. We thank you in full faith, and so it is. All right, when you guys are ready, we'll do meditation, twin hearts. Now, before we do this, just to give you a context of what we're doing, we'll do meditation, twin hearts, and afterwards there'll be a stillness. Afterwards, we'll bring the divine energy down to the certain chakras to flush it all out. Okay? Now, before we do that, I want you to just spend maybe 10-15 seconds, not more than that, to think of what are some of the self-limiting beliefs we have. You know, do I feel sometimes not worthy to be loved? Do I feel like I'm not worthy to make, so much money? Or we don't feel like we deserve to have good health because of whatever. You finish the sentence. Because sometimes that's what happens in our heads. We go, I don't deserve this because I screwed up before. I don't deserve this because whatever. Okay? I just want you to just bring it to the surface. I don't want you to dwell in it. Just kind of think, I think that there's some of it that. Some of it is health, some of it is money, some of it is job, some of it is this, some of that. The reason we're doing this, so that when we're doing the healing, we don't have to dig deeper. It's already on the surface. It's more efficient. Okay? So go. Think about it. Do some reflection. What are the stuff that you think you need to get rid of? All right. Okay? Now, you might be wondering, how come you're not giving us more time to dig into the past? You know why? Because if the longer you take, the more you get sucked into it. So it's enough to identify it, so it comes up to the surface. That's it. The minute you dwell on it, you feed it energy, it gets stronger, and then it goes inside and dig itself deep into your aura and chakras. Then we have to work harder. So just identifying it, I have this, I have that, I have this. Okay, good enough. Then we do the meditation. The divine energy coming down can just push it out. Okay? So I hope you have salt water close by. If not, go ahead and visualize a violet fire next to you. Violet fire. Okay. Tap your crown. Tap your heart. Wait. Left hand, heart, crown, right hand. Okay, ready? Visualize the earth in front of you. Our hearts are one. Our souls are one. There is only oneness. Be aware of your heart. Fill the earth with beautiful pink light. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Wherever there's hatred anywhere in the world, let me sow unconditional love. Where there's injury, let me sow pardon and forgiveness. Where there's doubt, let me sow faith. Where there's despair, let me sow hope. Where there's darkness, let me sow light. And where there's sadness, let me sow joy. Just open your heart more. Allow divine love to flow through us as one. Blessing every person, every being on earth with peace, with love, with a spirit of forgiveness, with hope and with faith, with light and with joy. So be it. Fill the earth with peace, with love, and with joy. The people who are going through challenges, bless them with hope and with faith in a better tomorrow. So it is. Now be aware of your heart. Take a deep breath. Be aware of your crown. Exhale. Just stay there. Be aware of your crown in your hands. Fill the earth with beautiful golden light. Our souls are one. Our spirits are one. There's only oneness. From the heart of God, through my soul, through my entire being, may every person, every being on earth be blessed with love and kindness. Fill the earth with love and kindness, with this beautiful golden light. Bless your family. your relatives, your friends, the people you work with. Let that golden light just keep spreading outwards to the city, the country, surrounding countries. Let it spread throughout the entire earth. From the heart of God, may all be blessed with great joy and happiness, with understanding, harmony, and divine peace. So be it. So be it. Keep filling the earth with peace, with love, and with kindness. So be it. Now, gently be aware of your heart and your crown. Take a deep breath. Exhale, fill the earth with even brighter golden light. From the center of the heart of God, through my soul, through my entire being, may every person, every being in the higher worlds, middle worlds, even the lower worlds, let every person, every being in every dimension, every direction, above and below, be blessed with God's unconditional love and kindness. Kindness. You know, when you watch the news, when you look at people around you, if kindness would just increase by 10%, this world will change massively. Just bless every person, every being with love and kindness. Kindness to ourselves, kindness to others, kindness to Mother Earth, kindness to animals, kindness to the environment. May all be blessed with peace, love, and kindness. From the center of the heart of God, may all be blessed with inner peace, inner healing. For many at this time, physical healing, emotional, mental healing, as well as financial healing. If you know someone going through tough times, bless them with the healing they need. Bless them with hope and with faith and a better tomorrow. So be it. So be it. May all be blessed. So it is. From the center of the heart of God, through my soul, through my entire being, may all be blessed with goodwill and the willingness to do good. So be it. So be it, and so it is. Now gently lower your hands. Keep your tongue on the roof of your mouth. Be still. Imagine just floating above your head is a beautiful golden flame. Just a little candle flame. It's made of brilliant golden light. Be gently aware of the love within your heart. Send a stream of love from your heart up to the crown and into that golden flame. And stay there. You're not the body, you're not the emotion, you're not the thoughts. You are the spiritual self. Remember who you are, a being of divine light, divine love, and divine power. That is your true nature. Be still and know it. And just say, I am that. That am I. awareness just drift deeper and deeper into that golden flame. Within that golden flame, you discover an ocean of golden light. Your entire consciousness now merges with that golden ocean of light. Be still. Om. Let go. Allow your awareness to just drift deeper and deeper into that ocean of golden light, an ocean of love, an ocean of peace and stillness. Let go, and just let things be now. Let go. Gently, slowly, very gently and slowly, be aware of your entire body. Just be aware of your entire body. We're now going to clean and disintegrate any energies, conscious or subconscious, low self-esteem, or lack of self-worth. All you have to do is just allow it to happen. The divine energy is pouring down to your crown. Any negative thoughts, negative energies in your crown chakras are dissolved, disintegrated, extracted, expelled to the salt water or violet fire next to you. So be it. The liquid divine energy is going deep into the Ajna chakra in between your eyebrows, disintegrating, dissolving any thoughts, any ideas of low self-worth or low self-esteem. These are dissolved, disintegrated, extracted, expelled to the nearest salt water or violet fire to you. The liquid divine energy is continuously pouring into your crown, your ajna, and it's pouring deep into your throat chakras. Any doubts about your self-worth, any type of low self-esteem energies are dissolved, disintegrated, extracted, expelled to the nearest salt water or violet fire to you. The liquid divine energy is continuously pouring down to all these chakras, and they're now entering to your front and back solar plexus deeply. This is where the root of a lot of low self-esteem issues are stored. Let the divine energy penetrate deeper, deeper, disintegrating, dismantling, and dissolving any low self-esteem energies now. Doesn't matter how long they are, how old they are, they're now dissolved by the liquid divine energy and lovingly released to the nearest salt water or violet fire to you continuously. The liquid divine energy is pouring down to your basic chakra and other chakras that are needed to dissolve, disintegrate any unworthiness to be successful, to be prosperous, to be happy. All these energies are dissolved, disintegrated continuously, and flushed to the nearest salt water now. So be it. Just be receptive, let it happen. Cut. There's salt water, fight fire. Just be still. Just be receptive. Just let it go deeply, repairing any blockage, any tears, any blockages are removed continuously. Just be receptive. Allow the healing to go deeper by repeating, I completely, deeply, permanently accept, absorb, fully assimilate all the divine healing energies. Again, I completely, deeply, permanently accept, absorb, fully assimilate all the divine healing energies. I completely, deeply, permanently, gratefully accept, absorb, fully assimilate all the divine healing energies, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, etherically, physically, and financially. So be it. So be it. So it is. Now be still. The stillness is extremely important. The stillness is what allows the energy to go deeper into your system. Just say thank you. To all the healing angels, healing ministers, thank you. To all the saints, the great teachers, thank you. To the Supreme God, thank you. I thank my teacher, Master Chokoksui Mahagujmain, thank you. In full faith, so it is. Now gently raise your hands. We'll release excess energies our bodies cannot absorb simultaneously. It will help also flush out stuff that are just on the surface. Visualize the earth in front of you and imagine your loved ones right on it. Flood them with golden light. May all of them be blessed with good health, with happiness, with prosperity, and with spirituality. So be it. Blessings be to all. Now be aware of your feet. The base of your spine is to ground you. Project golden light down into the earth. Let our beloved Mother Earth be blessed with divine light, divine love, and divine power. Let our beloved Mother Earth be healed, regenerated, and revitalized. Blessings be to Mother Earth. So be it. So be it. Alright, let's give thanks to the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father, Mother. Thank you. To all the spiritual elders, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, spiritual helpers. Thank you for your immense blessings. In full faith. So be it. Alright, I know it's a longer session. I hope I didn't waste your time. Instead of just doing the healing, I just felt that it was important you know the context. That it's not just low self-worth. It's different parts of it. That's why we went through it. And of course, we went a little overboard. We talked about karma and all that stuff. I hope you learned something from it. Now, just quickly, a few announcements. One, we have a workshop, Heal and Reconnect with Spirit. That's online. You just go to masterco.org. Okay, it's a self-healing and meditation workshop. It's there. Some of you have attended it before. It's happening again. Just go to it, masterco.org. And then the Prosperity Zen. Okay, the free workshop is available. Some of you have not attended it. Also masterco.org. And the entire online program is going to be closed in 2 weeks. I told the earlier it's going to be a couple of months. Actually, it's not 2 months, it's 2 weeks. So in 2 weeks' time, we're going to close down Prosperity Zen. And a few weeks after that, the Deep Emotional Healing. We're opening up again, and we're going to enhance it. So a lot of you who want to really dig deep and release a lot of this old stuff, and we've had massive, almost overwhelming response from the first time we did it. And people were saying, I got rid of stuff I've been holding on for years I didn't realize I even have. And their relationships with their family, with work, everything improved massively. So that's coming up, but we don't want to do all things at the same time because we need people to focus, all of you to focus. So the Prosperity Zen will close down in 2 weeks, and after that, the Deep Emotional Healing will turn on again. Okay, so just want to let you know what's going on, and have a fantastic weekend. I know if you're in the United States, it's the 4th of July, which is Independence Day, freedom, and I want to just add my 2 cents to that. You, the soul, can also be free of your anger, pain, and negativity by knowing who you are. Just think about that. Okay, there's the political freedom, the freedom from oppression. Okay, that's very, very important, obviously. But what's even more important in the big picture is the soul that is imprisoned by anger, by greed, by any of the earthly stuff, has also to be free. And you do that by doing your spiritual practice and realizing who you are, that all these things are happening outside of the I. That gives you ultimate freedom. Okay? Namaste, everyone. We will see you Monday morning for Anchor the Light. And you have a fantastic weekend. I think that's it. Oh, one quick announcement I know this is kind of off topic. If you've attended Arhatic Yoga, all right, some of you have. There's going to be a worldwide Arhatic Yoga retreat, sponsored by or put together by the Institute for Inner Studies, the organization that gives us a license to teach pranic healing. Okay, if you've taken Arhatic Yoga, there's going to be a worldwide Arhatic Yoga retreat, August 14-15, which is 15 is Grandmaster Cho's birthday. Just want to give you the heads up. I want to make sure that all of you attend. It's going to be fantastic. Thousands of people doing Arhatic Yoga meditations simultaneously. All right, that's all. Namaste. Have a fantastic weekend. We will see you on Monday.